Alright guys, let's see. We're doing Noble comp right now. I feel like Noble is really strong early game. I feel like in my opinion it probably needs to nerf. I feel like the Noble buff is just ridiculous early game. It's really hard to even do the damage through the Noble heal. But we see Garen, we see Lucian, we see Fiora, but the Garen does give us level 2 Garen, which would be really good. So with Garen with Chainmail is also going to give us tenacity onto our level 2 Garen, which is always a good thing to have. Just fix the camera. So found a Garen into our pool that we should definitely buy right now. Alright. Now we're just unfortunately bought the Garen because it was there, and so we lost out on our interest gold of 10 gold. So we're just gonna save for right now, not reroll, and see if we keep win streaking. And if we keep win streaking, we might not even reroll anymore and just keep saving up econ until we get a crazy good gold amount. So we also have Ginsu's on a level 2 vein already, so pretty good RNG already. Right now, yeah, fortunately they died a little too quick, but I think our backline might be able to outdo their backline just because the double level 2 beats the level 1 too. So Ash goes down, but yeah, Vayne's still going to out DPSing with Ginsu's. This is just really good with Vayne with her 3 proc passive. Alright, so now I've hit the 10 gold, so now I get the interest. So we should be walking out with 18 gold. Okay, 18 gold. The Tristanas here are definitely bait. We do not want them. More Tristanas? We rolled once because there was nothing we really wanted besides Tristanas. And we don't even really want Tristana. We're really looking for more Lucian's veins, obviously. We don't just duplicates. Any duplicate we take. So we're just win streaking though at this point. We're still at 100 health. We're chilling. We're getting our gold. Now we just keep going and snowballing until we keep gaining more gold, which is really important. In fact, in this game, gold's a big factor when you need to know how to spend it and when to spend it and like when to save it and whatnot. So keeping it is pretty good for us because we're on win streaking, so there's no reason for us to spend it. I feel like you can always keep your gold, and then once you get below 50 health, you have to start like locating for these not relocating, refreshing for these duplicates and stuff to get your like team online. You need them to get going if you're starting to get 50 health. Luckily for me, I still haven't been touched yet. I'm still at 100, so we're able to just to keep up our win streak. Alright, there's Vayne. So now that we have Vayne, we're just looking. We might level up here. Oh no, we did level up. We leveled up to 5, which I don't think we noticed, but with this feature that the game gives you is whatever unit is all the way on the left of your bench will get thrown in the middle. I think like the bottom middle like row is where it gets throws. Yeah. So Garen gets thrown in a pretty bad spot to be honest, but we didn't realize it was our fault for not making sure that we were level 5 and going off for it. Krug should be very easy for us. We don't really have to worry too much about Krugs. We got an easy large rod, which is really good. If we can pull a recurve bow for another Ginsu's onto like Lucian would be really good. And unfortunately, it's not unfortunate, we get a BF needlessly. So we have Hextech Gunblade, but I don't think it's really good on anyone like Lucian and Vayne, because for the fact that they don't actually have like abilities. Well, Lucian has the dash, but Lucian doesn't like have an ability like Garen spin. Unless I don't think the double auto attacks count. So for like the ADCs like Vayne and stuff, in Lucian, you just want to get attack damage, attack speed, crit onto them, so they just start destroying anyone that comes in their way. Nothing that we want in our shop right now, so we're gonna keep our 31 gold, keep the interest, keep going up. We're gonna get more gold after this fight. We'll probably get 40 something, and then we just like we'll decide if we want to either level or reroll to find stuff. Okay, let's see how this fight plays out. So he has Blitzcrank, which is kind of scary, but if he grabs Lucian, which is good because he can dash out. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure, yeah, my Lucian just dashes in. for some reason, which is pretty bad because now Pike can just line up a really good stun going back onto Lucian. Okay, we got the double spin going on. I think double Garen is like really strong just because you have the double spin. It's just insane because the spin we all know is really annoying in OP. So you get two of them with one, and like the noble buff, if it locally lands on one of them, they just won't die and they'll just constantly be putting out DPS. Alright, double Garen here is really good. So now we're at 40 even. So it's either we roll here and just stay, or we stay at 40. I think we stay at 40. Because unfortunately we ended right at 40. So we have no extra gold to spend. Like if we were at 42, we could, if we were at 44, bought 2 Garens, we're at 42. And then we can re-roll once just to see what we get and decide if we want to drop it down into the 30s. But since we're on 40, we don't even want to take the risk. And we'll just keep the 40 gold so we can gain more gold. Looking for an extra Garen here. Not Garen. Fiora is really important. Because Fiora is like kind of a frontline 2 with these Garens. And they're just not doing, not being level 2 is really unfortunate. Having 2 Garens is insane strong, especially if they're both level 2s. Look at this. Look at the DPS this puts out. You don't just have a spin on a soul. So one Garen is spinning on a soul target and the other one is spinning on 2. Oh, this Vayne's really good. So this Vayne's level 2 with PD, Shiv, and BF. So she's already putting out attack speed, not taking crits, and doing damage. But now that we know that this guy's going for Vayne too, it makes us like kind of scared that we're not going to find a Vayne. Because now that we know he's running a level 2 Vayne, then we just got to watch out for our Vayne. Like, so we're going to buy Sejuani just to hold on to her. We're also going to buy Kinnan to hold on to him. We're going to start rolling now. Okay, we're going to stay at 40. We're going to put the BF sword just on Vayne because last fight we survived with only one character, which was Lucian, which is pretty bad. Because I thought we were in a position where we just cream everyone. Okay, so I was at 40 gold, and the only reason I spent it is because I found a Fiora. So I bought the Fiora, which put us in 39. So I had more gold to work with before we get to 30 when we need to stop. So I spent it, and I have a Kinnan, Lissandra, and Sejuani on my bench. So if I don't end up finding the Kayle or Leona, or like a harder noble to find, I can just swap it and go Elementalist like Glacier with Garen as a frontline too, with Sejuani. So we have a backup if we like eventually can't find our Kayle, which is really hard. That's the only thing about nobles that kind of makes it balanced is like Kayle's pretty hard to find, and like 6 nobles is really strong. So I think it's decently balanced, but early game I feel like nobles have a little bit too much. So right here we're looking for the Leona, or we're looking for that Vigard to make Affinity Edge onto Vayne, or we're looking for the recurve on Zed, or the chainmail on Garen. So we have options. Since we're first place, we're never really gonna get what we want. So it's really good to have like options to like pick from. So when they get taken away, you'll just be ready for it, and you'll definitely like know what you want. So you don't hesitate at all, and you can just grab it before someone else grabs yours. So I think it looks like we're just gonna have to settle with the BF sword, which is really good because then we get Ginsu's IE onto our level 2 Vayne, which is gonna do a lot of DPS with her 3 proc passive.
I think we're going into fucking glacial here.
Alright, here we go. Let's see. Okay, nothing we want in the shop. What do we sell? Vigor? Okay, yeah. Vigor for the IE. We really need to find one more Fiora. So we're rolling, because we have 40 gold. Okay, double loose is really good. Leona, so now we're at 36. So we might as well just level up and throw her in. Nice. So now we have 5 of them. 5 nobles so far. It's really good right now. We're missing the Kayle. Yeah, we're missing the Kayle. And then we'll be solid. Okay, so this guy has double spatula, so he has the same amount of units as me because I leveled to 6. If I didn't level to 6, I would have been down a unit. Unfortunately, the Glacial's just stopping our Leona from ulting and our Fiora. Like, no one got ult off here. I think our double Garen, though, is just, like, literally clean up house. Like, double Garen's really strong. And, like, oh, it's really good, dude. Too bad you don't get the night buff because they're the same unit.
How weird.
Which is really unfortunate. Okay. So now we see the Kinnan. And we're holding on to Kinnan for the backup plan, like I was saying, of if we don't find Kayle. So we might as well just keep powering him up. So now we're at 30. We're just going to keep looking. So what I've realized here is, alright, there's another Kinnan, which we should buy. Okay, yeah, now we have 2 Kinnan. So I spent gold there. Yeah, I'm still spending gold. It's because we want to find characters that are lower level or lower gold, like Vayne's 1 cost and Lucian's 2 cost, and the higher levels you go, it's lower percentage to find the lower costing units. So it's really hard right now to find Vayne, especially since this guy has two. He has a bench Vayne that's level 2 and a on the board Vayne that's level 2. So we know the Vaynes are getting taken this game. So it's getting really hard to buy that. And this guy also had a level 2 Fiora. Some of the Fioras, it looks like they're in a level 1 back there. So it looks like some of the Fioras are getting taken away from us too. Garants were able to soak up so much damage that our backline literally took no damage. So when it came to the 2v1, they were just going to win just because of their health. So Sedge here, I didn't end up actually buying because I'm just holding her. And it's not worth spending my 4 gold. Okay, so now we found a level 2 Fiora here. And we're able to buy another Garen. Which was kind of stupid for us to sell Sedge, because we could have just leveled up Fiora, put Garen in, and then kept Sedge. But selling Sedge gives us another 4 gold, which, yeah, that's good. I would say it's bad, but in hindsight, you just get the gold back, and I was just holding on to her, right? And so, like, now we're just, like, really hoping we find the kill. So this is really big here. I get the Locket, so I need to move Leona. Well, I didn't move her now, but Leona needs to go in front because Locket gives, I think, 100 or 200 shield in the beginning to anyone around him. Look at that. Vayne, Lucian, the other Garen, and Fiora both have shields. Or they all have shields, which is insanely strong when he's centered around your comp. Alright, we got a spatula off Wolves, which means they're hunting a spatula in the carousel to get this extra unit. We have Recurve bow. Spatula, which is Hurricane, but I don't think Hurricane is specifically good on any character right now. I don't know, I haven't played around with it enough to like say it's bad, but I don't think it's a very good item to have. Alright, so at this point, we need to reorganize our Leona when we get back into the front. And I think we need to roll for a Lucian. Oh, we're leveling. Okay. Leveling to throw in. Let's see, Lissandra level 2, Sejuani. Okay, so now we can throw in our Sejuani that we should have held on to. So move Leona into the front. Now every character gets a buff. Gets the 200 or 100 shield, I think it is for Locket. But now they all get it, so now they're even like absorbing even more damage. And the Nova buff is being thrown onto, let's see, our Garen. Our big Garen is getting Nova buff. So now that we'll be able to spin to win, for sure. The Glacial's really stunning up our Garen from spinning. Okay, so lucky he's able to spin while he's stunned. Leona's not going to be able to get an ult off, but Garen in the backline is just destroying his Tristana, so we're fighting the Volibear up front. So Volibear gets Sejuani de-ulted, alright, and it's just too much for the one Tristana to deal with. Okay, that's clean. Alright. Let's see, what else we got? Okay, so the brand's here. And I think we're buying the brand just because if we still don't find the kill, I've played plenty of times where you play this comp. Oh, there's the Lucian. So we need to sell something. And I think selling the Lissandra, even though it's level 2, is more beneficial than selling the brand. Because the brand's harder to find than Lissandra, in my opinion. And like, it seems like it. So now we just need one more Lucian, which we're probably going to roll for. And we just need one more Lucian to get to level 3, which is huge. But we're still keeping Elementalists and Glacial on the field just in case we don't find Kill. Because not finding Kill is like very easy to do, not to find her. But it's also like really hard to like not find her. It's like weird. Okay, so finding the Kill is just like a really big hit or miss, I guess is how to explain it. Alright, but we're able to just clean them up here on the assassins. Fortunately, the Vayne got taken. But since we're running Lucian is able just to kite the hell out of his fucking assassins. So he's able to just dash into our team, which gets him away from the assassins. And he's still able to deal tons of DPS. Alright. So, nothing we really want here. We might just roll to find this Lucian. We need this last Lucian for level 3. Yeah, that's probably all we can do right now is just roll for Lucian. But since we're on a win streak, we might just not for the gold. Yeah, we're just not going to roll for the gold, I guess. No, we're going to roll. Okay, so we finally own it. So we're just going to sell Brand, or Kin at this point. And I think we're just going to sell Brand because we're just going to give up on it and just throw it all on a Noble and just hope we find the kill. Alright, so now our front line's fighting each other. Our Leona, again, doesn't get ulti off because she's just not staying alive long enough. Sejuani's about to get ult, throws it. The Garen starts to spin, but now our Garens are starting to gain mana, and now one of our Garens can start spinning while the other starts charging it up, and now they had double spin. I don't know where that Garen's going, but then Shojin couldn't really get him to dash enough, so we were just able to kill his Lucian. Here's a Sejuani that would be nice to buy, but I don't think we particularly need it. And what am I seeing here? Okay, so Kale, boom. We see Kale. That's what we want. We want the Kale. We want the BF Sword on Morgana, BF Sword on Swain. And then maybe the tier on Vayne. Okay, so there goes Kale. Okay. Oh, there goes Vayne. There goes Swain. Okay, so now everything but the Morgana is taken. So now we're looking at this Morgana and just hoping for the love of God no one takes them. Right, so luckily the Morgana rotates to us as soon as we're able to like walk out. So it was just snag her up. So that's a free BF sword, which is really good. Which now like I think can just give us. Oh, we can get that crit item that the BF sword and Hurricanes give you. Or not Hurricanes, recurve bow. Which is I think the Sword of the Divine, which is a pretty decent item. So we just found we're just rolling now. We really need this Lucian, and we just found a Leona. Ooh, there's Kale. Boom, 6 instantly, taking her out for Sejuani, completing the 6 nobles. And now I think it's just GG at this point. It's gonna be really hard to beat us, especially with 2 Spindo wins going on. So put the extra, put the Sword of the Divine, just juice up our Vayne. Okay, so the front line. Oh, okay, so Lucian gets pulled in the back. Is unlucky, he's not going to be able to dash, but Leona gets off onto the Darius, level 3, so he's not going to be able to do too much damage to our team. The backline gets done by Pyke right there, which is just going to slow down our momentum. Oh, that clutch kill ult, just saving the Vayne just for a little bit longer to get maybe an auto attack in. But our Garens, like I'm saying, are just spinning to win, like all on their backline, and there's nothing they can do about it. It was really clean. It was unfortunate that Lucian got pulled and couldn't dash out in time because he just got bursted. Alright. Spin more gold.
Oh, did I just fucking not grab a Warwick?
I'd spin more gold here. So we were able to find our last Lucian. Let's see if I eventually do it. Leona and Kale are in a pretty decent spot. I think I just keep Kale in the back because it's really good to have her separated from the tank so she doesn't get as focused. But she's also on the right open side, so that's why I'm kind of scared about having her there. So here's our Glacial comp, which is really annoying right now because Glacial. Wait, he only has 3 Glacial though, so he's only getting 20% stun still. So it's actually really bad for him. But like I said, look, Kale gets stunned like 2 times now. And Kale ulti like hasn't popped yet. But spinning the win is just like destroying everyone. And Leona guy was able to get ult off. That's great. And our CC is amazing. We have Leona stun and Fiora stun, so we at least single target stun. At least like 2 people a fight. And then we just wipe them with the spin to win clear. So for the next carousel, or hopefully from Raptors, we're hoping to get a spatula, or we're hoping to get some mana, like maybe spear, like a BF sword and a tier for Lucian, so he can start dashing and doing more DPS. So we're gonna roll here, even though it is a PvE round. We really need this level 3 Lucian.
I can't lose another round.
Let's see. Nope. Nope. Oh, there's a Fiora I missed.
Strong though, dude. Once I think
Fiora again I missed. I'm too focused right now on the Lucian. I think it happens to a lot of people. I'm not quite sure if that I'm the only person that does it, but you get so tunnel vision on finding one character, you miss a lot. Like I could have had a level 2 Fiora now in the field. I mean on the bench, and almost had level 3. Alright, so Raptors, I don't think there's not really a certain position you really want to take besides like the normal position of keeping your backline just safe and having your tanks up front. So we do get to actually pull a spatula out, so we're able to immediately throw it on there. So now we're going to throw this onto Lucian just for the mana regen. We don't really need it for anything else. Just to make sure that Lucian is able to dash a lot more. I don't think Luton's pops for his double auto attack, but it's just really nice to have so he gets 20 mana. Alright, so nothing really out of this besides one Fiora, which would give us a really good Fiora if we bought those other ones we missed. So double spatulas now gives us to have 8 units on the field at level 7, which is really good. So we're just gonna throw the Leon in so we can have an extra stun because we don't really have anything else besides like level 1 Garens. And I think there's no. I think there's a little too much Garens. Okay, so now this guy is Kale and his Vayne is super strong. So the Noble buff gets put on Kale for him, and our Noble buff is spread out around, so it's so much better for us because we have 6 of them. So the big ol' Leon ult onto the Kindred just prevents her from using ulti really early, so we're able just to wipe her before she can ulti. And then the stack, like Vayne can't really do much without the Kindred ulti saving her. There's a Kale ulti on her, but it's just we just have too much damage and too much health for her to even get through us. Okay, so we're still at 9 gold. I think we're just gonna. There's Fiora we missed. Are we gonna miss it? But I think since we're at 9 gold, we're just gonna grab the level 3 Garen. So he's just super tanky. And then we're gonna need another unit since we just leveled up our Garen. So we're just gonna throw Blitzcrank in and hopefully we can grab like a squishy backline person of the next person we fight. Mostly the biggest factor is that we're not really looking to level up anymore. Like we're not going to level 8. That's why we're spending all of our gold on rerolls right now. Because level 7 is a good point where you can find the legendary people you're looking for, and you get a lot of the purples. And you get to stay with your 2s and 1s a good bit too. So like level 7 in my opinion is like the best level to be on. Okay, so unfortunately the Blitzcrank didn't do much besides hook the Warwick, which didn't really give us too much. But Leona was able to get a really good stun off onto the Zed to keep him still long enough for us to just kill him. And for him to do nothing for his team. Alright, so he didn't really run a backline, so the Blitzcrank was kind of useless, so I think we're just going to sell Blitzcrank and see if we can find something else. Or see if we can find something else first, obviously, and then sell Blitzcrank.
Dude, I kind of need, like...
Alright.
Can I get Sedge in there?
Let's see what we're going to get. Okay, double Sedge.
What am I missing? Is it a Nivea?
I think we go double Sedge. Yeah, buy Leona. Yep, boom. Switch out for Sedge. Now we have Sedge ulti and Leona ulti. So now we have a Fiora stun. We have a shit ton of stuns right now, which is really good for us.
We're just fucking selling the Broms and trying to
The
find
mana regen is going to be insane if we can get level 2 Sedge.
plot, right? Fuck me.
Alright, so this guy's running Glacial again. Is it 4? Yeah, it is 4 Glacial, so now he's 30% stun.
Or do I?
But he hasn't stunned anyone. Okay, there goes our Sejuani stun. Ooh, our Leona's so close to ulting, but it's just getting frozen again and again. Same with Sejuani, we can't get any of her ultimates off. Even this Leona's getting stunned. Even the Kale ulti. Okay, the Sejuani ult pops. Gets the Vayne, luckily. Just by the edge. And we're able just to take out his Rangers. That was a close one for sure. Okay, Kale tier is looking really good here. Karthus, BF sword. Just throw on Lucy, gonna be good too. Okay, it gets taken. Just any BF sword would also be good too, so Draven would be fine. Kale's open. Yeah, they're rotating towards us. Gimme, gimme. Take the Kales. We take them. We definitely take the Kales. Okay, yeah, we buy the Sedge.
Oh, you got all the Vaynes?
I think we look to roll.
We just needed one and we got fucked, I guess.
We roll for Vayne and Sedge. We sell this Blitzcrank that's taking up gold.
We just took the L on the RNG.
Even selling the tier on Kale is actually kind of reasonable here. There's a good argument being made for it because then you can actually put it onto Lucian, which gives him even more mana to dash. Okay, so it's another assassin. No, just 2 assassins. This is a weird comp he has here. So his assassins just jump on our front line, which is really good for us. So now Fiora's just 1v9ing right now. Gets the kill ulti, gets the pop for stun. So that's all she really needs it for. We need Leona to pop. Okay, Leona pops ult, grabs the Karthus with it while they're fighting the Pyke. Okay, and now we just overwhelm the Tristana that's coming up from GA, and it's just GG from there. Yep, GG. Good one. That was a good game. What else we got now? Alright. Yep. Not much we're looking for here, besides we're looking for another... Oh, there's a Sedge. Do I buy it? Yeah, buy the Sedge. It's level 2. So now the mana regen is insane on her. And we get another Vayne. So we're really looking for a Kale. So a level 2 Kale would you give us ulti like... We'd ulti like 50 times a fight with level 2 Kale. Like, actually. It'd be insane. So we're coming up on Dragon. We're still at 100 health. Haven't been touched. won every single fight. Okay, here we go. So he has double dragon, which doesn't really do anything to us. Double dragon does not help him here because we're not magical damage. Like, we literally just get away with doing nothing. So we get the Sejuani ulti, maybe? Oh, the clutch kill ulti? Oh, she doesn't even get to throw the ultimate. Lucky. Got away. Alright, so the dragon's gonna be coming up now. So we're gonna think about it. How are we gonna beat the dragon? So what you wanna do is when the dragon comes up, you have to take your minions, spread them out into a line, because the dragon is splash damage. So like when he hits the first target, he'll do a cone of damage in the back, kind of like Titanic Hydra. He'll do that damage, and dragon does a lot of damage, and he also doesn't take magic damage. So if you have a sorcerer comp, you're just like screwed on dragon, which I think is kind of stupid. They need to maybe give dragon like the 83% magic resist if they want to do it. At least like not the class dragon, but like the dragon PBE monster, because like it's kind of insane that you can just build sorcerer and just be screwed by dragon. Because you lose 4 health and you lose a chance of getting an item, which is really stupid for no reason, just because you built sorcerer. Okay, so we're able to do a shit ton of damage. We lost like one person, and like we survived because we didn't set them up to do the cone damage. We didn't let them do the cone damage at all. Another way to set up your minions is like how I do it is where I just throw my Garen in the middle because he has a locket, and then just set up everything around it. Boom. Now Garen just literally shields everyone again, so we're perfectly fine. Back to what we're at. Still rolling for a Vayne, which you cannot find. We could sell the Blitz and roll right now, and then lock if we find a Vayne. But there's no need to actually do that too. We could just kind of just chill. One more kill would be crazy good. Okay, so we're looking at they're all like level 11, level 12, so we just kind of kill them if we like run up against them. I think it's just over at this point because we've already beat them once. We've already beat this guy just before dragon, so we know we can beat him again. Alright, so this pops off. Oh, the fucking Leona ult misses, but the big Sejuani ult hits. His Garen is spinning, but Lucian dashes in sadly, but it doesn't do that much damage, so we're able to get away. Karthus pops his ulti. Oh, we lose everyone, but the Kayle clutches her own ult, so she doesn't die to the Acel, which is really good. Alright, so we're just gonna roll again. We're still not. I mean, there's no reason to level up or keep gold. This guy has 11 health. The guy. So we know we're probably just gonna win. Should roll. No. 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 Oh, Fiora. Fiora's there, but like, it's not a big deal if we don't hit Fiora here because Fiora doesn't really help as much because Fiora just gives us a level 2 Fiora on the bench, which is like, okay. It's not really that good. Especially since it's on the bench this late in the game, I can't really put it in. I could put it in for Leona, but I feel like the Leona gives us so much more, like, CC, so it's better. Alright, so he pulls Lucian, which is probably the best person he can pull right now, so we're able just to dash away and continue to do DPS while we're doing it. So Zed goes in the backline and gets deleted, while Leona stuns the Blitzcrank while we're attacking, and then we're just able to overpower him and just win now. Yep, that was just GG's at 100 health. The Nova buff just gave us the victory with the double spatula. It is GG, boys.
We did it.
Yep,
Another
GG's.
100 win.
Alright, one more.
Alright, guys. That was how you win with 100 health. And if you guys liked it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, comment, and if we get enough likes, I'm going to drop another video on how to win in TFT. Alright, see you guys.